I am the animator of eddsworld. I would like to talk about the things that happened with Tor Larson and the fans, because obviously what they did was very wrong and disgusting, and Tor Larson is still in hiding to this day and still hates the eddsworld community. If no one knows how it happened, then I'll explain. So basically, Tor Larson did not know about Ed Gould's death. Ed Gould is the creator of eddsworld, and rest in peace. But so basically, Tor did not know about the death of Ed Gould. So then fans started going online and harassing him and saying that they were going to hunt him down and kill him, which was obviously very wrong, but he didn't know because Matt and Tom did not have any contact with him. So Ed was the only one that had his contacts. So basically, he heard everything from Ed, and they have not spoken since February 2012. And he had school. So basically, what he said in his own words is that he is a broke student. And basically Ed refused for him to go to London. Like, he didn't want Todd to go to London because he wanted to be out of the hospital, which sadly did not get to happen due to Ed getting sicker, I guess. And Todd did say that he understands that, but he did wish that he could visit him one last time. Fans also say that Todd was responsible for sexually assaulting Tamara's voice actor, which did not happen at all. You see, they think that it was Todd, even though it was Jamie Spicer Lewis, who is better known as Rage 19. I think that's what his name was, but he was also known for making ASDF and action bunnies, which people sadly grew up with just to find out he was a really bad person. He did that. He sexually assaulted many girls, and if you check Rachel Nikki's Twitter, known as X, which is Twitter's new name, I'll put it on the screen for you to read, which you might have to pause, I don't know. I'll read it for you. It's taken me a long time to come to terms with what happened to me when I was 16. As a lot of you may know and remember, I was always a part of the YouTube community. You may have seen my passion for protecting children from being groomed and abused by influencers and YouTubers. For a long time, I didn't really understand why I cared so much. I mean, it is a natural, imperfect response, but it came from something deeper. For the past few years, had been using weed, drugs, whatever I could get my hands on to repress what happened to me. I went to great lengths to ignore it, suppress, to tell myself that what happened was not what happened. But I think it is time now for me to tell my story, to tell my truth. I want to preface with saying I have already gone to the police with this, in case anyone cares to doubt the credibility of it. I'm sharing only in the hopes that he does not work in the vicinity of any more children, and to give myself some much needed closure. When I was 15, I met YouTuber and animator Rage 19, Jamie Spicer Lewis. I will refer to him as JSL, as it gives me anxiety to even type his name. Funny that at first we struck up a friendship. He was dating a friend of mine, but in that first year of knowing him, he broke up with her. In October, he kissed me for the first time. I was 16, barely. My birthday is October 3rd. I didn't think anything of it. In fact, I was probably quite excited. When you're that age, all you want is to be seen as an adult, but you're not an adult, you're a child. He was 28 years old at this point. He knew I was a fan of the things he had worked on. The power dynamic lay not only in the age difference, but in the fact that I looked up to him. Things progressed very quickly, and soon I was involved in my first sexual relationship. I would miss school to sleep over at his. He was an alcoholic, severely depressed, and emotionally abusive. He would give me whiskey and beer before having intercourse with me. Almost every night he would send photos of me cutting himself in front to hurt himself. He would black out drunk and be cruel to me. I would wake up to him already having intercourse with me. Despite me being practically unconscious, I spent so much money on Ubers, sending him home from events when he was too drunk to walk. He socialized nudes from me at one point. He stopped in the middle of intercourse to tell me that he was thinking about his ex-girlfriend, who we both know well. I had never felt so used. He told me not to tell people about us. He lied to our mutual friends about the relationship. I did not know this until recently. We did not go on dates. There was nothing romantic. He used me purely for intercourse. A few months in, I began to deteriorate. My friends noticed, my parents noticed. I became incredibly anxious, withdrew from social life, rejected the help a few of my friends were trying to give me. I knew he was sick. I guess I wanted to help him. As a 16-year-old, I found myself trying to book GP appointments for a 28-year-old man. He would lash out to me, reject the help of those around him, and continue. After about a year of this, I realized I had to cut ties. I stopped talking to him. I requested he leave me alone. He continued to harass me for the following 5 years. I have it on record that I am not the only person he has harassed following someone choosing to leave his life. He does not understand boundaries and evidently never has. In 2018, he even WhatsApp messaged me telling me he loved me. He tried to call me when he was drunk multiple times until I blocked his number. I was diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I had panic attacks daily, and I couldn't face any of it because I was so scared of him. He tweeted me incessantly. I had him blocked and then muted, so I didn't see the replies. Only recently, upon him replying to my thread about grooming with a gift, did I realize that this has to end. I am a month sober now, and I am finally able. Adolescence robbed from me. I have spoken to people who were around this time who bore witness to this, who were on the receiving end of his lies. I'm going to heal now, but I will never be able to forget what he did to me. I like to thank my friend Oliver, who was the only person at the time who bluntly tried to pull me out of it. For those of you who experienced something similar, I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Please do not hire this man to work on your content. He cannot be trusted around children or women. JSL, if you read this, do not try and contact me. Do not try to get other people to contact me. I do not want to hear from you ever again. You'll be facing legal action if you attempt to do so. So I do hope that the people who thought that it was Todd Lawson who did that come to realize that it was not. And I am so sorry, Rachel, for what happened to you and what happened to the other people who also experienced the same thing. And I do hope that he does get put in jail. And I just hope that legal action does happen. I do not hope that I hope that he does not contact you in any way, shape or form. I'm just saying that he should be put in jail. Anyway, back to Todd Larson. His political views do not relate in any way, shape or form to the Edward character Todd. And people have said that Todd left because him and Tom did not get along, which isn't true, but basically when Ed was having technical problems, him and Tom were left to speak with each other, and they found out that they weren't very fond of each other. So Tom did not like that Todd made fun of his religious views. So Todd did make in the video that Todd explained why he left. He did apologize to Tom in that video, and Tom broke off contact with Todd when Todd made a comic about him, which Todd said that it was alright that Tom got angry at him for Todd laughing at his religious views. Todd and Tom have not spoken to each other since 2006 or something. Todd also mentioned how Tom was upset when Ed and Todd made the Do That Next Door because he wasn't in it. But the thing is, Ed and Todd felt like it wasn't necessary to have Tom in there because Todd would animate a scene and then Ed would animate the next, so it was 4 on 4. And it was indeed just about Ed and Todd, basically Todd did have school and stuff, which he was in school while making the animations and voice acting and stuff like that. Todd also wanted to build up his own name for himself instead of people being like, oh my god, it's Todd from Eddsworld, since the character does have his full name and stuff. He also stated that there were copycats which on Facebook and stuff like that, which I will show on the screen, I guess. People even went as far to put butts on the profile picture, and I generally do not think that is okay in any way, since it's not Todd does have social medias, but he does of course go anonymous. He did say that all of those are a fraud, and obviously not him, since he does not really use his real name, and it's just, I don't know, it's just. Todd also said that he said that he does not like or watch hentai at all. It was just some stuff of the character he added when he was 14, and back then he thought that he was this massive gun expert, so yeah. he stated that he has never shot nor held or owned a gun. And Todd has also stated that he's not a communist and his political views do not suit the communist views in any way, shape or form. Though for the hentai part, he did say that he finds it fun to draw, which is alright, because he mainly does it for views, because, you know, as he stated, he wants to build up a name for himself, which he did say he has done, like, in a way or sense, I guess. He said that it wasn't bad. So I guess I honestly hope he realizes how respected he is now. Of course, there will always still be people who do not like him, and that's okay. So I guess that concludes this video. There will be videos of animations that we are working on, and hopefully they'll be done soon. So bye.